Way back in 1987, the 2300 block of South Compton and Tower Grove East was in the 8th Ward, and the alderman was a man by the name of John Koch. And on the east side of that block, from about the middle of the block, beginning at 2332 South Compton down to Sydney, was a group of multifamily buildings, almost all four families. There was one two-family, and they had become a real focus of problems in the neighborhood. And the neighborhood association approached the Alderman Koch and DeSales to see what could be done about that. The alderman worked with the city, got some funding available to buy the property, and we, DeSales, set out to buy the property. We actually hired an acquisition agent to acquire all those buildings. Several of them were vacant, by the way. And the plan was that they'd then be rehabbed and converted into owner-occupied homes. The four families would be subdivided. And that was getting into the late 80s, early 90s. There was a big recession then. There were some other stresses in the neighborhood. And that project wound up taking a lot longer than we ever anticipated. There were a couple of private developers that had taken a pass on it. And finally, in 1992, the city formed Community Development Housing Corporation, a nonprofit, to carry out the project. They got started in 92. They finished the first building in 93. And a couple of the buildings were demolished to create side yards. So there wound up being 9 units, and the project was called the Nines on Compton. And it was finally sold out, I believe, in 1994. And I don't believe they've been a problem ever since.